Hi friends, welcome back. So Elon Musk company Tesla could be losing over half their profits going into next year. This is something the Tesla stock promoters won't talk about, but frankly, it is a very serious concern, especially if you're investing in this company. I want to go over the details of this stuff and let's just jump right in. So here's the headline here. Over 40% of Tesla's profit comes from selling regulatory credits. So you're thinking, oh my God, that's fantastic. I love selling regulatory credits. But what happens if you support a political candidate who's now going to be president next year? And this particular person wants to roll back that system. Here's the headline here coming out November 20th, 2024. Trump administration plans to roll back Biden's stricter fuel efficiency standards, right? So again, the system could be changing. Trump is partnered with oil people. That's not like a big surprise. He's drill, baby, drill. And essentially, oil people don't like electric cars. Of course, they don't. They want more gas cars on the road. And essentially, what's going on is we're talking about emission standards, right? And if you're a dirty car company, we'll call it, and you're a clean car company, we'll call it, or you can say, ICE or electric. The Tesla can sell these credits again to the traditional car companies. Now, if the whole system changes, that changes Tesla's profit model. They lose those regulatory credit profits. And there's something else that's interesting when I mentioned the over 50%. In the past, these credits are actually growing over time, right? And this is sort of why Tesla has been able to sort of keep growing their profits. They're a stock selling company, a regulatory credit selling company, and also too, just a lot of it's based on hype. Now, I understand, guys, I completely understand. Tesla stock has been surging like nuts. I completely get it, right? So the basic gist of it is that we're all expecting corruption. That's basically what it is. You're saying, okay, Elon Musk gave a whole bunch of money to Donald Trump. I think the estimates are like $200 million or something like that. Okay, gives them $200 million. So now you expect Trump to like pass all these wonderful things for Tesla and co. So if it's not going to be the emission thing, right? Because essentially if you're changing that process and Tesla can no longer, sell these carbon credits to make a bunch of their money, what's it going to be? Well, the bet is that they're going to make it easier for Tesla to get all of these robot cars on the road and put robots in your home. My personal opinion on this stuff is basically a big pipe dream. And I don't know how anyone can honestly think that just your regular American family is going to spend $30,000 to put a robot in their home to serve drinks. Like, you really think all families across, and you're talking like, it just, I'll just say this. Many American families right now are living paycheck to paycheck, let alone have the money to buy a robot for their house like this, let alone, buy a robotaxi to make money. But that's the sort of business model and pipe dream that they're trying to sell you. I think this stuff is going to go away very, very quickly. And this is essentially the issue you have to talk about is like, okay, so why is Elon Musk then suddenly now playing Diablo all the time? And this is actually another headline. On November 21st, 2024, Elon Musk became the best player of Diablo 4, set a new record. And for real. And he says here, so many life lessons to be learned. This is from Elon Musk. So many life lessons to be learned from speedrunning video games on max difficulty, teaches you to see the Matrix rather than simply exist in the Matrix. Diablo tier 150 finished in under 2 minutes. So I guess now he's really, really awesome at this video game. I guess if I'm the richest dude in the world and I know that my profits are going to disappear with the person I'm supporting, I'm just going to play video games because why not? And essentially, I'm going to talk about Mars and talk about other things. It's interesting because if you been following the Musk story, it's been Tesla, 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 right? Up to the last year or so, when now it's suddenly politics, 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 Mars, Mars, Mars. So for example, this is just 6 hours ago with Elon's tweeting, wow, they really don't get it. Mars is critical to the long-term survival of consciousness, okay? Also, I'm not going to ask any venture capitalists for money. I realize that it makes no sense as an investment. That's why I'm gathering resources. What does that mean? I don't know. You can ask Elon Musk. Does that mean that you're going to sell all your Tesla stock to gather resources to go to Mars? I don't know. Ask Elon Musk. But that's what he says. I guess he's not going to go ask any venture capitalists. Does it mean the government's going to give you a bunch of money and not venture capitalists? I don't know. But I do know, though, if Trump, again, change the system, you can't sell carbon credits anymore, and that's going to really hurt you. Now, what's interesting, though, and this is where you get strange bedfellows. There's an article that just came out, and this is coming from the New York Times, and they're saying here, automakers to Trump, please require us to sell electric vehicles. What's going on here? So there was a letter, I'll read it right here. It says, in previously unreported November 12th letter, so just recently, to Mr. Trump, John Bozella, president of the Alliance for Automotive Innovation, which represents 42 car companies that produce nearly all the new vehicles sold in the United States, wrote that in order for auto industry to remain, quote, successful and competitive, and it needed to, quote, stability and predictability in auto-related emission standards. Okay, so let me explain what's going on with this stuff. Basically, car companies plan well in advance of which cars they're going to make. Okay, so they're investing all this money to meet the emission standards that were essentially set under Biden, and these cars may not roll out till say 2028, 2029, or whatever, right down the road, maybe 2032 even. And the issue is like if Trump comes in, changes all these rules, then the companies who did not invest all of this money, they're just going to basically make a bunch of cheap gas cars, suddenly are in a great position. And all these companies who invested a ton of money to make these EVs that are not really needed per se are end up losing a lot in their investment because the cost differential between car companies that are going to sell expensive electric vehicles that maybe nobody wants, or buying the cheap gas vehicles going to recession, they're going to lose quite a bit of money. And so they were planning for a system that may change. And this is something that was very interesting regarding the letter, is essentially as a company, especially car companies, are saying because we have to plan so far in advance, we don't want the car rules changing every 4 years. So please don't do that because we can't plan anymore. That hurts the stock, that hurts investors. Now Elon Musk thinks that's going to basically kill the other companies and help him. But they're also going to be losing half their profits. And you have your Tesla CEO focusing on other things, playing video games, talking about going to Mars. And moreover, he's paying influencers a bunch of money to promote whatever messages they want to promote. This is just 20 hours ago. So she's one of the big crypto influencer people. Her name is Tiffany Fong. Now, according to her, and the reason why I say according to her and claims, because I can literally see what she's saying, but whether or not people tell the full truth of stuff, I don't know. You can ask her. But this is what she says. I mean, it's actually quite a lot of money we're talking about. She says, what I learned on X in 1 month earned is $37,979. So basically she's saying she makes $38,000 a month. That's in 1 month on X. What I earned on YouTube a month, I guess $116. And then she says she loves, X. It's interesting because I've been wondering now for a while. I've seen some numbers from other Tesla stock promoters, but we don't know exactly how much Farzad makes on Twitter. We just don't know. Although when Tiffany Fong, who's again a crypto pumper, she's saying I make $38,000 a month on pumping whatever crypto on X. Farzad says X payouts have been fire. Congrats X team. And that comes out the same day. So ask Farzad how much he makes on X. I'm actually really quite curious because I know he's one of the leading Tesla stock promoters there. Again, that's Elon Musk's platform. And essentially, Farzad now puts out a bunch of Elon Musk propaganda, a bunch of Trump propaganda all day, and just tells you how awesome everything's going to be. And this is the big awesomeness question. If everything's so awesome, like what's going to happen here with this, right? Are we going to have the same regulatory credit system where you can sell these things and make a bunch of money? Are you going to get a bunch of money from NASA or governments or whatever to build your rockets that blow up? What are you going to do? Then you have this, which is also something really interesting. I want to play this for you guys. Have a listen.
I'm Pam Bondi. Our party's theme tonight is America, the land of opportunity. And listening to the stories of discoveries and deliverance.
So that's Pam Bondi. I'm bringing this up because this is Trump's nomination for Attorney General. If you don't know, they had that whole Gates situation. He had this weird sex scandal thing. You guys don't even talk about it. He withdraws. They put her in. She's essentially, I'll say, she's essentially a party loyalist and a Trump loyalist. And she's talking about, hey, I'm Pam Bondi. Listen to more what she has to say.
For his dad to meet with one of the partners. 10 days later, those Chinese communist bankers approved millions to go to Hunter's firm. And those bankers work for the Chinese Communist Party, which oppresses their people, cheated American workers for decades, and covered up a deadly virus.
So that's the Pam Bondi talking about how the evil, Chinese Communist Party bankers, who could anyone work with China? The reason why I'm talking about this is because if you guys don't know, and I'm sure you know if you follow this channel, Elon Musk has a factory in Shanghai. He has a bunch of business dealings with China, and it's just basically hypocrites. If you're going to say, the Democrats, look at this, they work with the Chinese Communist Party. But Elon Musk, guys, he's a good businessman because he worked for the Chinese Communist Party, right? Like, it's pretty ridiculous. Or, you could talk about Ivanka Trump. She got a bunch of patents over in China or whatever. Guys, this is just what it is. Anyone of any power in China, chances are they're in the party. That's just how their system is over there. So if you want to do business all in China, you would know this stuff already. But the thing is, like, for the Republicans and their base, just to be really frank, they're gullible, they're stupid. That's just how it is. And so you just repeat this stuff of like, oh, anyone who does China is awful and evil. And then for whatever reason, they talk out both sides of their mouth. Oh, look at this. Ivanka's a great business person. She got a great business deal in China. Wow, fantastic. I'm bringing that stuff up because this is the kind of sort of weird entanglements that you got going on with Trump and Musk. Trump hurts Musk in the regulatory credit thing. Trump hurts Musk with talking, bad things about China, tariffs on China, all this kind of stuff. Like, there could be a lot of negative repercussions regarding Musk and Trump. But yet they're siding with each other. I mean, for who knows why. I mean, I guess one reason you could say is that I guess Musk is taking a bet that Trump is going to make it easier for Musk to put robots in your home. He's going to make it easier for him to get his robotaxis on the road. I don't know. I mean, I think this is a real gamble. And also, too, to be fair to Musk, I guess you're betting that Trump is going to make all of your dog coins and your bitty coins, right, going to go to the moon. And that's what you're betting on and getting money from NASA or whatever. The thing is, what's so crazy about this stuff is that his bro is selling stock. The chairman of the board, Tesla, is selling stock. The CFO at Tesla is also selling stock. It's in my opinion, a big pump and dump. This is based on hype. Again, a lot of the profits is based on a system that may be going away. You're pissing off your fans who tend to be Democratic. At least they were. I mean, now I guess you're new fans. And that's the question. Do you think the truck driver in the red Republican states are going to be like, you know what? I hate my Ford, truck. I hate my Chevy truck. I hate my GM. I'm just gonna go buy electric cars. That's exactly what I want to do. I mean, I don't see that happening. And then you're also pissing off, again, your original followers. So that's what's going on with Tesla. I think, honestly, they're in a world of hurt. And then also, too, you've got this. You keep getting news out of, and this would be China, Baidu. This is just coming out yesterday. It says Baidu's super cheap robotaxi should be the scare the hell out of the USA. I guess this thing comes in under 30K. I tell you guys this, I'm here in Korea. The electric cars coming out of Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, they're pretty good cars. And they'll be hitting the market next year. It's not like, just, pipe dreams. They're there. They're physically here now. We drive them, and they're going to be in the USA next year. And so you got increased competition that has arrived. You have problems with your profitability and fan base. And then the other issue as well is like, you're off doing government stuff all the time and playing video games. And the government stuff is like, he's saying he's going to fire a bunch of government workers, etc. I don't know. And that's why this is like the most crazy story to track on the market, because there's so much drama involved and all these like intertwined, personalities and interests that don't necessarily line up. So I'd like to hear your thoughts when you put all this stuff together. The question I guess I pose to you is, where's Elon's focus? Is it Tesla? Is it XAI? Is it SpaceX? Or is it like building a new compound? That's what they're calling this thing, like new compound with all his kids and all his wives, and just do his cult thing over there. Like, where's his focus? And the other issue as well is, guys, he's not getting any younger. I always mention that because for people who are young and say in your 20s, you don't realize when you get older, like, your body slows down. You can't do the same things you used to do, and you just get old. It doesn't mean you're gonna die tomorrow or anything like that, but you get old and things change in your life. And so the other issue as well is he may or may not be buying MSNBC. For real. He keeps tweeting about that. So this was MSNBC. I don't know how much does it cost. This is just 44 minutes ago. Babylon B, that's basically your sort of propaganda jokey thing, talking about buying SMBC. And Elon Musk says, crazy idea, but it just might work. So that's why, in my opinion, when you put all this stuff together, playing video games, MSNBC, doing all this wild stuff that he's doing, and focusing less on Tesla, he's not stupid. He can see the writing on the wall that your profits are going down and the competition is here. That's not your future anymore. Maybe his future is going to media stuff. And so it's funny that people are all buying up the stock, hoping for some great thing with Tesla, but I just don't think it's happening. But I could be wrong. And you guys can tell me how I'm wrong. I'd like to hear. I'm sure that for the Tesla fanboys and fangirls that go through all this stuff, none of it makes sense to you. I totally get that. All you want to know is, what's the price of stock? What's the price of stock going to be tomorrow? And I'll just say, good luck. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.